Hi everyone, welcome to Math131 Online. My name is Subia Siddiqui and I'll be working with you for the first 5 weeks of this course. And today I'm going to just do a little bit of an orientation video as far as how the course page works and show you some important links just to help you get started and oriented with the course. So notice that on this course page right now, there's a news item. This is the first one that I posted this week. Welcome to Math131 Online. And I just gave you some basics about the course. So each week, at least once, if not more, I'll have a news item with anything relevant for things that are coming up. So you can collapse this widget so that way your news items are accessible. If you want to open the widget that way, that's fine. But then all of your content for the course is below in Content Browser. So let's actually now go to Content Browser and we will go into the course information page. And this is important because we want to be familiar with the course outline. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this course outline link, and you certainly can read through it. You can print it if it's easier for you to keep a copy accessible. And so let's take a look to see the most important pieces of information. This is where contact information is also listed for the instructor and other persons involved in the development of the course, like our dean and so on. So there's our learning outcomes. You do want to pay attention to the fact that in this online version of the course, here's how the assessment task works. So there are some worksheets. The best 8 of 9 get counted at 2.5%. D2L quizzes, again, best 8 of 9 at 1.25%. So that best 8 of 9 means that in your grade book, you may see a dropped, or you will see a dropped, and that will always continue throughout the course because the lowest one gets dropped. There are 3 tests at the end of each module. There's 3 modules, and you will be communicated to regarding how those when and how those tests will occur. For this particular course, you do need a compass set, and of course, you probably already have a scientific calculator from Math130. The textbook for Math130 continues in this course, but for just a smaller portion of the course, so just really the first 2 topics within Module 1, there is some good textbook practice. Okay, so now let's go to further through to policies and procedures. And there's my contact information. And you'll see that Andrew's there is also listed, and he will be the instructor for the back 9 weeks of the course. So here's a little bit of a summary on the learning plan. Module 1, the heading of Module 1, meaning applications of surface area, volume, force, and stress. 3 worksheets, 3 D2L quizzes, and then a test at the end. And then Module 2 is broken down, and Module 3 in the same format. And so there's the breakdown of the grades in the assessment task. In terms of, the percentages for the tests, percentages for the topic quizzes, and percentages for the worksheets. All right, let's keep going. And so now the next part talks about online course participation. So in an online course setting, you should be checking your D2L course page a minimum of 3 times per week. So it's good to be getting used to going online and looking to see for new information and also keeping up with your lessons. You should expect to spend a minimum of 3 hours per week on the coursework. I will be expecting for you to use your Fleming email, and I will contact you if necessary using your Fleming College email. So that's going to be important in trying to stay in contact using that particular email address. Okay, and then we'll talk a little bit about unapproved or missed tests. So please stay in touch with me. The policy is the standard across the college. It's important to stay in touch with me if you know you'll be missing an assessment. And also there is a little bit of information there on academic integrity, which also applies for all our courses. So please read that as well. Final grades in this course are based on the achievement you earn in the course, and faculty are not to offer additional evaluation activities beyond what is cited. And one more little piece here regarding tutoring. Tutoring can be arranged this semester through online WebEx sessions, and they have been very successful so far. So please make sure to check out the tutoring site for help. All right, so let's go back to course information. And I just want to point out that there's another link here called Gradescope Help. So over in about week 2, I'll be starting to talk a little bit more about Gradescope. This is where you'll be submitting your worksheets. No need to get into it just yet, although I know some people may want to start working on those worksheets, but hang in there. I will be forthcoming with some more information for how to get Gradescope. Again, I mentioned the registration and booking for math tutoring, so please check out that link and go ahead and get yourself registered. It's really good if you're looking for some supports. Okay, now let's go to Module 1, Applications. So this is where all the content will come about. But before you do that, it's always a good idea to have the course schedule, and I'm going to break it up into chunks. So weeks 1 to 5, 6 to 10, and so on. So for the first 5 weeks, it's good to even print this out and keep it handy if you want nearby, but understanding what you're responsible for throughout the weeks. So notice that in the first 3 weeks of the course, there's no actual due dates for anything specific. In week 4, the topic 1 and topic 2 quizzes and worksheets will be due. So you're basically working towards that deadline in this first few weeks. So you've got lots of time, but you want to keep these kinds of deadlines in mind. And then the Module 1 test will occur on D2L in week 6. So I will talk about that as well throughout the news items. Okay, so let's now go back to Module 1. The way to actually get the Module 1 material is by clicking on this Module 1 pre-quiz. And when you click on it, you'll notice that it'll say that this is not for marks. This is just to give you an idea as to what types of questions to expect in this module. So it's not something that counts for grades, but what it does do is give you a sense of what you're going to be expecting, and then also it will open up this most important part of the module, Module 1 Learning Resources. So this is where you'll have your 3 topics within the module, so surface area, volume, force, and stress. I'll click on this one in just a second, but before I go there, these are conversion factors that you'll need, and also the resource sheet for geometry, force, stress, and percent. You might have printed this off already from Math130, but if not, I would take a moment and have these printed out and ready to go in your binder. They'll have important formulas and conversion factors that you will use throughout the module. Okay, so once you do that pre-quiz, again, not to worry about what your score is on that pre-quiz. It's going to open up your Module 1 learning resources. So all 3 topics are then available to you. So what you might want to do again is print off these topic 1 notes. And as you print it out and have it ready to go, you work through each one of the examples in here with the videos that are now accessible to you. And these videos, they're not terribly long, like, most of them are under about 10 minutes. And they're going to help you work through and learn all the content for that particular topic. And as I mentioned, the first 2 topics have some extra textbook practice. And then after doing some of that, you will be ready to do a D2L quiz for this particular topic. Now, this quiz is worth marks for the course, not a whole lot of marks, but what it does is it's trying to help you get ready for the worksheet and then finally the module test at the end. So you'll click on this quiz and you'll try it as many times as you need to until you get to 70%. Once you get to 70% on this quiz, you then will see a worksheet open. You will print that worksheet and then you'll be able to hand it in using something called Gradescope. And again, I'll be talking about more details for Gradescope coming up in the next couple of weeks. So that gets you started with topic 1, and then you're able to progress through to topic 2. It's the same format. Print the notes, work through the videos, try the quiz, and then there's a worksheet, and then there's also topic 3. And then once you're done all 3 topics, you'll start preparing for module 1 test. So that's really the course orientation for now. Please get in touch with me if you have any questions, and enjoy working through the course.